Hi there, and Powerfully Unlabeled here. I am going to provide a variety of messages for the beginning of the month of October. So, welcome. This morning, the first thing I want to talk about is the energies that I'm feeling this morning, and maybe that'll help somebody else. If there's someone else that's kind of in the same flow, the same wave of energy, you can kind of say, oh, hey, okay, I'm not the only one. But anyway, I woke up feeling, well, first of all, I had a dream where I don't remember the group of people I was with, but I was in a room with a group full of people, and all of a sudden, I felt this intense energy surrounding me, inside of me, around me, just everywhere. And it was really super intense. It was almost like I was in, I don't know, like a starship or something that the gravity was just kind of like pulsating, and it was sort of kind of the funhouse effect where it was kind of like this, but also like all the energy around me was just kind of pulsating, and and it was just really weird. And I left the room because it was so intense. So I had walked out into this hallway, and I just allowed myself to process the energy by myself. Maybe this is a message for somebody that these energies are kind of intense, and if you feel these energies intensely, take some time to rest, some time to yourself. Things are gonna get maybe kind of a little heavy, and not to worry. It's just something we're all kind of going through right now, and we're gonna get through it. It's okay. And then so I woke up also. Also, this might be something for somebody as well. I had a dream that had to do with my teeth. There was like really hard, like brown, almost like the color of like rock hard chocolate, like rocks that were kind of stuck in the canals of the teeth, and like I was trying to like bite through it, and I couldn't, and it was just really painful on my teeth. Maybe this is a message. I don't know. I haven't read much into messages that have to do with teeth. Maybe somebody could comment about what that might have to do with, but that was another thing. And then I woke up, and in my mind's eye, I saw an image of a brown bat, and which I kind of find is fitting for the month of October, given that Halloween is this month, and we're seeing, bats is a good theme. So I got out my Animal Speak book, and I'm going to read an excerpt about from this book about what the spirit message is for the bat. But first, I want to go ahead and cleanse and clear the energy of the space, and then I'm going to play some chimes. I love playing with using sounds to clear energy as well. The ones that I picked out today, because I was feeling, when I got that image in my mind's eye about the bat, I could physically feel my third eye area was just really opening up, and I was feeling a lot of energies coming in through my upper crown area, and I'm feeling some heart palpitations this morning as well. So I've picked out some of these chimes that have to do with those things. So the moon here, this is 72 hertz. And then I have the sun at 52 hertz, and I have Venus at 68 hertz. So Venus is for the heart. um, the sun for the third eye and the moon for the crown. So I'm going to go ahead, and also I like to use smells and smoke to cleanse and clear the air. So if I can find my lighter, I like to also light a white candle, just to kind of honor and show gratitude to spirit, God, the highest, most benevolent light energy source. It doesn't matter how you label it, but that's what that's for, to show gratitude for that. What I'm lighting up here is frankincense. I love frankincense. It smells wonderful. And it really helps the space to lighten up. And I'm just gonna very nicely, I'm gonna ask the smoke, the fire, the frankincense to please cleanse and clear this space of any discordant energies, any disharmonized energies, bringing the space back to neutral. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I'm just gonna set that right here, and it's gonna continue to do its work. Gratitude, 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 smoke. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I'm also going to speak to, I'm going to put my hand over my heart and my solar plexus area. I'm going to breathe in, and I'm going to say, you could call it a prayer. I'm speaking to the highest source. And so here it is. This is how I do it. You can do it in whatever way you choose. If you don't want to participate, if you do want to participate, it's all up to you. There's no requirements here. Holy, divine, mighty, I am presence. Thank you for this beautiful day. Please join me, shield me, and protect me, and provide for me. I invite you to walk alongside me, inside me, outside of me. I trust in your divine knowledge, and I invite you to share your guidance with me. I will look for those signs and messages in the best way I can, and strive to follow in your divine plan for me. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Okay? So, anyway, I am going to go ahead and play these sounds. This is Venus, this is for the heart. So as I listen to it, I'm just going to breathe in really deeply and just harmonize with the sound for my heart chakra area. Okay, and this one represents the sun. This is for the third eye area, and this is a 52 hertz chime. Go ahead and breathe it in and harmonize with the sound if you would like to with me. Okay. Next one is, this one's for the moon, and I think either today or tomorrow is new moon. So that's kind of another reason why I chose this one as well. This is 72 hertz synodic moon frequency sound. Here we go. And representing the crown chakra today. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and read, this is from the Animal Speak book. So represent a message from the animal kingdom today. I got an image in my mind's eye of a bat. They are so adorable. Like, they really truly are. So here it goes. I'm going to go ahead and read that. This is Animal Speak by Ted Andrews about the bat. So the keynote on that is transition and initiation. The cycle of power is nighttime. The bat is one of the most misunderstood mammals. Modern depictions in movies and television have given a sinister reputation, but it plays an important role in nature as a symbol in the totem traditions. Although more modern lore places the bat in cohorts with the devil, with its dragon-like wings, in more ancient times, it was a powerful symbol. In Babylonia, bats represented the souls of the dead. In China, they were symbols for happiness and long life. To the ancient Mayans, they are symbols of initiation and rebirth. To the medieval peoples, they were miniature dragons. From the early Mesoamerican traditions came a sacred book of the initiatory process in which bats hold a significant role. The book was called the Popol Vuh. I apologize if I mispronounced that. And it was discovered by Father, again, Ximenes in the 17th century. The second book of the Popol Vuh describes the 7 tests that 2 brothers must undergo. The 7th test took them into the house of bats. Huge bats flew through the labyrinth, and it was overseen by Camazotz, the god of bats, this being the body of a human, the head and wings of a bat, and carried a great sword by which he would decapitate unwary wanderers. This powerfully symbolic story and imaginary imagery, reflects the process of transition, part human and part bat animal. It implies a loss of one's faculties if unwary about the changes. It also holds the promise of rebirth and coming out of the darkness. Okay, so I'll go a little bit further here. Most people fear transitions, holding on to a better the devil you know than the one you don't kind of attitude. If a bat is flown into your life, then it is time to face your fears and prepare for change. You are being challenged to let go of the old and create the new. For many, change is always distressing. When the bat comes into your life, you may see some part of your life begin to go from bad to worse. That which worked before may no longer. This is not negative, though, and it will only be upsetting to the degree we are emotionally attached to the old way of life, or to the degree we focus on the past rather than the infinite possibilities of the future. Changes and transformations are blessings. They are not triggered from without, but from within. And the world is our mirror. As we change, even within our consciousness, everything reflected within the world also begins to change. To understand and enjoy the blessing of change, begin by taking or renewing the responsibility for your life. This means opening to the power within, which will override all fears. Okay, so beautiful message. That's all I'm going to read here today. There's more here. If you're drawn to it, I encourage you to purchase this book. This is an amazing book. Anytime a random animal, appears in my life, or I see it in my inner mind's eye, and I know this is a random message that comes in, this is an outside or inner source, something that is attached at the soul level that is trying to communicate something to you in a profound way. So anyway, there that is, the bat. Taking control, being open to change and making those necessary changes, taking accountability for how you can change your own actions to change your life. This is very symbolic of what I want my channel to be about, is empowering thyself to make those changes that you need to make. Like, we have complete control to make those changes. And once you really open yourself up to that knowing, big things can happen in your life. So there's the animal message. I have a very deep love for the florist and the flora, the plants, trees, flowers, bushes, kingdom. So I found this oracle deck. It's called the Sacred Forest Oracle. I love it. I just love it. And it has the messages, all of these messages in this deck are so beautiful and fitting to really any day. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to pick a card. I'm going to shuffle 3 times, and then I'm going to just kind of play with the deck until something pops out, and I'll read a message from this Sacred Forest Oracle. Let's see what we're going to get for the month of October. What is a message that the Sacred Forest wants to bring to the collective in the month of October? One more shuffle, and then I'm going to play until one pops. Okay. That's too many. I just want one. Just one, please. Oh, we got one. We got one. Oh, beautiful. Okay, this is the Moonlight Enchanted Magic. There's a wolf there howling at the moon. Beautiful, beautiful, since new moon is upon us. The number on this card is 25. That might be of significance, which breaks down to a 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. So 25 or 7 might be significant for someone at this time. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and find the page that has to do that with that and read that message out loud to everybody. Moonlight Magic. Okay. The lingering howl of a wolf weaves its way through the night air. The brightness of the fall moon bathes the entire forest with a silvery light. Fairies and elves and spirits of fauna and flora arise for a joyous night of celebration. The forest is alight with glee. Magic is all around you. The veil between the worlds is within right now. Fairies, elves, angels, and spirit beings are just a thought away. It is indeed a magical universe, and the key to opening the doors to those realms is to trust. All may not be as it seems. By the protective light of the moon, the magic of the universe surrounds you, even though it is dark. The light of the moon shows you the way, reminding you to trust what you feel. You are safe. Even if you can't see, have faith that you are being supported in mysterious and wondrous ways by unseen beings in accordance with your highest good. Beautiful. I love it. The spirit of moonlight enchantment says, believe in magic. You are being given powerful, mystical messages from spirit. Take time to listen. Although the luminescent, receptive energy of the moon allow it to activate your creativity. You receive mystical messages, and you are a spiritual messenger for others. Beautiful. How are you going to express yourself to the world? What do you love to do? What sparks your interest the most? Maybe you like to dance. I love to dance. I've always wanted to dance, be a dancer since I was a little girl. I also love music a lot, instruments and such. So as a little girl, I decided to play an instrument. Each of my siblings, we were allowed to, pick out, a particular hobby that we could focus on, and I did the violin. But now, now I'm older, I have the opportunity to play in dancing. So I'm learning dance. I'm doing, belly dance, hip hop, a little bit of baracha, that sort of stuff I like to do that I'm just kind of dabbling in. So I'm playing in expressing myself through bodily movements. I also do yoga. So, what is it that you like to do? Maybe you like to sew. You like to create clothes, blankets. Maybe you draw, maybe you just like to speak, like I'm speaking out loud to you guys right now. That's a form of expression. Maybe you want to write in a journal. Anything like that. Thank you, Sacred Forest Oracle. Beautiful message. And I just love the images in this deck. It is called The Sacred Forest Oracle by Denise Lynn, if anyone's interested in purchasing that. I got this off of Amazon. Okay, and one last thing that I wanted to share for the month of October is I also have a love for crystals, rocks, the rock kingdom. Ever since I was a little girl, I've been drawn to rocks, crystals, the earth, and now that I'm older and I have a little bit more understanding as to why I was drawn so much into them is because they actually do hold and carry an imprint of their own specific frequency, and the frequency that the rock or the crystal holds, it interacts with us in different varieties of ways, So I'm going to go ahead and, this deck has all kinds of different crystals in it. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this deck and pick out a crystal for the month. Maybe you don't know that much about crystals, so it'll help you to learn a little bit about, have an awareness for that. Or, maybe this is not for you. Maybe you don't, and that's fine too. You don't have to pay attention to this part of the video. But for those other rock lovers out there, crystal lovers out there, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this 2 more times, and then I'm going to play with the deck till one pops out. And what does the Crystal Kingdom, who wants to pop out to the collective today? Who wants to pop out to the collective today? Who wants to be acknowledged? Ooh, that's a lot of them. Okay, that's too many here. I'm gonna try again. I just want one or two maybe. Okay, try again. Which one? Okay. I've got 2 here. I'll let these 2 come out today. All right, so the first one I got here, this is Soda Light. Okay, this is a blue. And I will read from the back. This has to do with the mind. It has a very high vibration to it, and it connects with the logic with intuition. When you hold the stone, you can focus on opening up your intuition with your mind, merging the two. And it says, healing a disordered mind, restoring normal functioning of intuitive perception and encouraging rational thought. Sodalite facilitates reception and integration of new information. It releases the inhibitory control mechanisms such as guilt, shame, and fear that are holding you back from being who you truly are, enhancing self-esteem, self-acceptance, and self-trust. Boy, that's an anthem for this channel, huh? Uniting logic with intuition. Sodalite opens spiritual inner sight, bringing information from the higher mind to the physical level. Sodalite relieves the symptoms of dyslexia and dyspraxia. If you don't know, dyslexia has to do with visually seeing, symbols, letters, imagery, backwards, upside down, and whatnot. And many people everyone has, I hold the perception that everyone has a little bit of dyslexia in them, due to how our eyes are just kind of split, and just being born and everything. Things are kind of split up and weird. But some people have more extreme, suffer with more extreme forms of dyslexia. And dyspraxia is when you have a hard time with, it has to do with handwriting. If those of you that don't know, I worked in special education. I worked as a special education teacher in mainstream school system for 8 years. So I worked with a lot of kids that had these symptoms of the labeled disorder of dyspraxia. It's kind of where you have a hard time making straight lines in your handwriting, like, the paper has the lines, a 90-degree angle, and you kind of have a hard time beginning each line at the same place, like that, you just have a hard time staying in the box. Hey, I can relate to that. I hold the perspective that it's perfectly fine to not stay within a box. So, anyway, so it can relieve these symptoms, bringing emotional balance. It calms panic attacks. The stone creates harmony in group work. This would be a beautiful stone to have in the classroom for calming these energies, huh? For the body, it has to do with the lymphatic, the immune and digestive systems, metabolism, internal organs, and throat. Oh boy, that would be a good one right now because, well, especially since I started this new channel, I'm using my voice a lot more, and just the opening of my throat chakra and expressing myself verbally a lot more. I'm finding that my throat is like, what's going on? What are you doing? You're using this a lot more than usual, and then for spirit, it stimulates the third eye, deepens meditative states. Beautiful. It is the color of blue, mottled dark and light, blues and whites, and it's often tumbled. So there it is, sodalite. So here's another one. This is one that I've often worked with, worn and had sodalite, but I don't believe I've had this one before. But this one's called Unakite. That's beautiful. It's greens, dark greens, and like an olivey color, and reds. That's beautiful. So Unakite is the crystal for recuperation and recovery. That kind of would tie into those of us that are feeling these energies really intensely. I'm kind of picking up, this might be something that helps us to relax, Okay, so this helps you with your body. It says dis-ease diagnosis. The vibration is earthy. Okay. Gridded in the environment, unakite radiates a gentle, calming energy that negates the effect of electromagnetic field pollution and other disturbances. Wow, I ought to get myself this crystal. Thank you, crystal deck, for bringing this to my attention, because I happen to be very sensitive and feel rather intensely EMF fields. So maybe I ought to get myself one of these stones. This supportive stone overcomes insomnia, assists healthy pregnancies, and strengthens hair and skin. Yeah, I think we all would love that, right? Unakite is particularly helpful for recovering your strength after serious illness. Unakite reveals the root cause of dis-ease and blockages, whether arising in the distant or near past, bringing them to the surface for transformation and release. It provides grounding when needed, especially after meditation or psychic work. In the mind, it stabilizes emotions, encourages compromise, and aids in visualization. In the spirit, it facilitates rebirth, assists past life healing, and strengthens psychic visions. It's green to pink, it's mottled, and it's often tumbled. So here it is again. You can focus on those qualities that you would like this to help you with. You can even look at the picture and breathe in and focus on those areas that you would like the healing in, and that would actually help. You know, you can pause the freeze frame of the video and look at the image for those things. So thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all so much, and I will be seeing and talking to you soon. Mwah!